What up, everyone? It's your boy Zero Brew coming back at you with another vidya quickie for you. I need to get something out, and there's been a lot of news and speculation and people deleting videos and all kinds of stuff, and I don't know what's going on. Okay, I don't know anything that's going on. So this is just my little advice to you out there in the community. If you're thinking about going for this fusion and or the looming Leonardo situation that's potentially coming down the pike in the next 2 weeks. So that being said, let's talk about it.
Real quick, click the link in my description to get a free Karato as well as Annex, Ugo, and Mausoleum Mage as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Plarium Play on a PC and uninstall. Click the link in my description and register with a brand new email. Launch raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champion. Get an awesome start in Raid Shadow Legends with your free Karate Fox Hunter as well as 3 epic champions. Hit the link below and claim them today. I'll see you in the game. Woo!
All right, first of all, we got to talk about all the aesthetics going on. You got Madame Suri and her little shop over here doing shoppy shop, swirling. Witches troubled, bubbly. What was it? Tooly dooly. I don't even know. Maybe editor can figure out what I was trying to say. I don't even know. Or he's going to cut it out. We'll see. That being said, here's the deal. The fusion's out. We don't know what's going on. And what I will say to you is what is potentially being speculated is that this champion potentially could get nerfed because it may be too OP. And we already read the kit on the Knights of Teleria's podcast, and I'm sure the news will have dropped probably by the time this video comes out, and the news will have dropped before our podcast on Sunday. So I'm sure this is going to be a hot topic, and we're going to be talking about it. In the famous words of Gold Leader from Star Wars, the original movie, coming out in 1977, the year I was born, I would just say, stay on target, stay on target, stay on target. Right? So that's, I mean, honestly, just stay on target. If you were going for this fusion and you wanted to go for this fusion, I will say the calendar is out. Let's pull that up, right? The calendar is out. First of all, cool looking champion. I haven't even done a vidya on that. It is a hybrid fusion. So you got to get all these little void champions and fuse them up. There's only, body is blocking it, but there's only 450 points out there for you possibly to get. And 50 of those bonus points are in this Hero's Path event that's going on this weekend. And I do think they did confirm this is not the Leo event. So all that being said is, here's the deal. If you were skipping this fusion and you were going to go for Leo and you've been saving your resources for the last 2 months, and that's what I've been doing. I've been hoarding the crap out of my shards and all that stuff and souls, and we were able to freely pull Raphael with basically hoarding souls since the last free champion they gave us was enough to get her done. And I would say do the same thing. If you're holding out for Leo and you're not going for Sanguine here, aka Bloody Mary 3 times fast, go for that. Right? Stay on target. Do what you were going to do. I will say though, if you were on the fence about going for it, so today at the time of this recording, it's right here. The only thing going on is champ training and gear hunters. Technically, Ice Golem starts tomorrow, Summon Rush starts tomorrow, and Gear Enhancement starts tomorrow. By the way, this time tomorrow night, at the time of this recording, but 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, we'll be streaming and we'll probably be pulling our shards, and we pull shards on the other accounts as well. So more videos to come out for that is coming in the future, right? What I'll say is just like, don't sweat it. If you've got plenty of time, basically you have until, I would say, Saturday evening. And again, it's Thursday evening now. You got another 48 hours to determine if you're going to full-fledged skip Sanguinia or you're going to go for Sanguine, whatever her name is, Maria, Bloody Maria here. If you're going to go for her, you've got until Saturday to kind of make that decision. You really can't miss anything, or I wouldn't chance it, especially with this Hero's Path only giving out 50 bonus points. So you can only miss 50 technically. Now, I will say, technically, you can pull some void shards maybe and pull one of these out of the void shards. If that happens, you can skip obviously 150 points. So that'll be fantastic if that happens to you. But I would not hold my breath. We know how this game is, especially when it comes to pulling shards, right? A whole bunch of blues, little brown clues. That being said, I would just say stay on target. If you were going to go for Sanguine, whether she gets nerfed or she doesn't get nerfed, that doesn't matter. Go for her, right? If she ends up being nerfed to the ground and she's a bad champion, you could potentially pull off. That's specifically what I'm doing. I have, and I'm looking at it here, I still got all these energies and personal rewards and shards and stuff to pull out. Yes, our clan did win. We smoked them fools, 15 million to 6.5 million. If you've seen any of my min-max your resources, I haven't pulled any of this yet because I'm probably going to wait till tonight before I go to bed. I'm going to make this 0 and then I'm going to pull it. But the whole time you get to basically pull in resources, right? So that's basically what I'm doing. And I'm not even going to look at this until tomorrow anyway. And I would just say, just going back to this, you know, I wouldn't even be doing a gear hunters events, AKA used to be dungeon divers, if you don't have the ice column. So you definitely want to double dip between ice column and gear hunters here. I know most of you already know this, but if you happen to be brand new to this account or this game and you're checking it out for the first time, obviously you want to double dip. So we're not going to even run that energy until tomorrow. I'll probably will give up on about 130 energy or so, maybe 200 something energy when I pull those resources tonight, and just let them sit there until I wake up in the morning, and then I'll start running auto battles and stuff. So like I said, yeah, just stay on target. And I will say, if you're worried about your resources and stuff, I would just point this out. Of course, this started today, October 23rd, and it goes to November 6th to get Sanguine. And the TMT event ends on 11/13, and us here in the United States, we do the month. Then the day, I guess over in Europe, they do day, then month. So for me to read this, I have to like translate this. Same thing like Fahrenheit and Celsius. No clue. No clue. It took me a minute. I was like, wait, huh? There's no 13 months in a year. Oh yes, the day 13. So November 13th is the deal with this. So I will say this ends on November 6th, going to November 13. Right? So pull up the big ugly calendar over here from our good friend Windows. Yeah, this ends on the 6th. And we have 7 days after the event, and it'll probably come that next weekend after this. Now, I will say other things of note is we did have the Raphael event. We have not gotten a chance to get Raphael's soul. I think he hits really hard, and I think he would be a good champion to get the soul for him. And then the rumor is, if they do what they said when they leaked the thing 2 months ago or whatever, that Leo would be in a path event and his soul will be there too, right? So get Leo, get his soul, and that'll be great for him. But if there's nothing for Raphael specifically, that'll be really bad. And I would think for this champion too, regardless of the rumors, if we don't get an opportunity to get her soul, that would suck too. So, I mean, I would even say there might be an opportunity to get Raphael and her soul right after this event ends. I would not be opposed to that. And then between after the weekend, like that weekend after this event ends on the 6th or the 7th, 8th, 9th, whatever, chance to get their souls. And of course, that's going to be a drain on the resources, but I want to go for those items if we can potentially go for those items, right? And then maybe the Leo will come after that, the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't even know. I wish they were a little bit better about communicating this with us, but it is what it is. Final thing to note, and I just went back and had to go verify it, but I was running short on points I had to put up, of course, with the new crazy work schedule. But I did book April, Michelangelo, and boy Raphael, because I needed to get all those points. I was probably worth about 100,000 points real fast, because my evening was running thin last night with that CVC tournament. So it's fine. I was going to build them anyway. And so be expecting sometime in the future, whenever I can get time to carve out to actually focus on building out champions, we will be doing some showcases. I know we've had some previous showcases with some of these champions, but I want to get Raphael in. Got some teams I'm thinking about for that. With Ally Attack, maybe pairing Raphael with Phoenix, some things like that. We did April O'Neil with Michelangelo. I want to explore on that a little more. And then I think we did finally pull our Astrolith. And Astrolith, funny enough, does not need to be booked, which is the great thing about her. But I want to do some stuff with her and her bombs. For her, we don't even need masteries, I don't think. We can just build her out and go from there. Did get a 4-star soul for her. Anyway, I'll figure all that out. And we'll have some showcases coming. I like champions like this we kind of play around with, right? Yeah, so the other thing I was thinking about is if you read Raphael's passive. Oh, did I delete this team? I did. I had to make room. I deleted it. All right, hold on. Okay, so this is going to be funny. So anyway, Valkynin can kill our boy Sun Wukong, and I'm curious if it'll trigger his passive. By the way, he does not have any gear, and I picked a go first team. Let's just see what happens here. I need to turn it off auto. And actually, I think Valkynin's got a higher speed lead. I have to check that out than Arbiter maybe. All right, so let's see. This is gonna be the test. Yeah, it does work. So I wanted to check that out. and see if that would work. I'm just going back. I don't know. Let's see. Anyway, what I was checking was, so if you read Raphael's passive, it does say anytime a champion dies, he gets the berserk buff, right? And so what I was attempting to do there, and I'll have to target him and see if we can steal the stone skin. We did not. Although we knocked the stone skin off him, I hit him so hard. Yeah, we're dead. This is obviously Raphael doesn't even have gear on it. This is not even, yeah, see, that would not even be a team that I would normally attempt to try to do. But anyway, I want to mess around with that because you could theoretically kill Wukong. Wukong will pop himself back up anyway, right? And you can power up your boy Raphael to get like a berserk situation, all right? So yeah, anyway, more videos of that to come. Sorry to go down a rambling rant here at the end when I meant to make this a lot faster than it is. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, do all the things, and we'll holler at you next time. And again, in the famous words of the Star Wars Go leaders, stay on target. We'll holler at you next time. Bye!